Greetings, this is Earthman from Origami's Living Soil. Hoping your day is well. God's blessing you. Well, He blesses you whether you like it or not, just by being alive. And let's get to the plants. Okay, this little video is about getting more yield from your tomato plant. Number one, start them early and have a greenhouse or area where you can put them where they can get some good sun. Start them in January, let's see, like mid-April, and then I bump them up to a cup to a 1 gallon bag that's about filled halfway, so half gallon of soil, and then to the ground. Another thing is when you do put them in the ground, bury them up to their stem, like up up high, up high. Break some branches off if you got it, because you don't want branches in the soil if you can help it. Um, so, and then you bury it. And before you bury it, with the roots and down below, and then the stem, that you just peel it a little bit. Just do some scraping of the peel. You can even go as far as putting some sort of rooting gel on there that you can get at a grow shop, and then bury that spot too, and you'll have new roots come out of there, and that'll just give you more roots for your plant. And the bigger the roots of a plant, the more it can take up. The more it can take up, the more the bigger the plant's going to be. That's number two. So number one is starting them early and having a good place to put them and start them and let them grow. And that way, first week of June, they're already ready for a cage. Boom, that's how it is. Look at, I got these. This is like the June 3rd, 4th, something like that. And I already have to put cages on these. I just put them in last week. And so, and then another step is, yeah, good support. Because what I'm going to do is have these for now, but then I'm going to put some other supports in here with netting, and that way these boys can climb up and come down. Last year they broke my cages. They just crushed them. They went over the top and just had nowhere to go. So this year I'm not going to let that happen. Another thing is why it's vegging. The vegging part, that means it's why it's getting bigger and bulkier and stuff like that. If it's a vine tomato, you want to break the suckers off. If you don't know what a sucker is, then you need to find out, because I'm not going to show you. But I love you guys. Um, I think people learn better when they research and do stuff, and take it a step further. Um, that's how I did it, and then blessings of God. And and then another thing is number three is why it's vegging. Like I said, is see the flowers there. I'm going to take those off. I took those off. I'm going to let it get bigger, at least 3/4 of the cage, and then I'm going to let the flowers come in. I got some more over here coming in. I'm not ready for tomatoes yet. I want these boys to get big before the tomatoes. And if it's growing tomatoes, it's going to be focusing that energy on making tomatoes, not on getting big. So you want a big plant before you start allowing it to, or fairly big, before you start allowing it to make fruit. So those are your three tips there. Number one, that's common sense. Start them early. Number two, uh, is when you put them into the ground, transfer them to the ground, the garden, bury them a little way up the stem. And before you do that, maybe shave it a little bit and put some rooting compound on there, some sort of rooting gel or powder or whatever, or just itself. And then bury them, and then good support. Three, good support is three is actually breaking off the flowers, but in between all that is good supports. And then I just thought of another one. Four is getting good genetics. Don't settle for the just any seeds, any plants. Just don't go to the market and buy that's the problem with the market. You're buying sicky plants. They're grown in chemicals, and right off the bat, you got problems. You want a plant to be stress-free right from the get-go. That's another key. I guess you could say that's for it's good genetics and just stress-free. This a stress-free plant. You don't want to buy a sick plant right from the get-go. All yellowing leaves and stuff, and think you're going to be able to fix it. Forget it. It's going to have to recover from that before it can even be productive. So have good plants. Select them very carefully. Don't just pick up any plants. And if possible, grow your own. And then look what genetics, high mowing seeds, seeds of change. There's some good packet seeds you can get. Do your research on your seeds. I get a lot of mine from seed breeders on Etsy and other sources online where the genetics are really good. And oh, here's another one. Five. Grow a whole bunch of tomatoes. Grow 20 of a plant that you're only going to need 4 or 5 plants, and then out of those 20, select the best ones. Genetics is important in any plant, and selecting a seed or a plant should be a concern. Just don't buy burpee seeds at Walmart for 99 cents and hope, well, why even bother gardening? If you're not gonna do it, right, why even bother? Why even put energy and time into a sick plant and then just feel discouraged at the end because your plant didn't do well? It's not your fault. Well, in a way it is, but it's not. It's the plant's fault too. Because you started with a sick plant or or not good seeds or whatever the case is, or your ground sucks and it doesn't have any life in it, or you grow a chemical, blah 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 blah, all that stuff. Those are some keys of growing big plants. And so keep in touch, look here and my videos, keep watching and of the progress. And yeah, you see I got potato plants coming up from last year. Isn't that cool? Um, but yeah, I got a lot of my plants going here. I got some watermelon and um, other stuff going on over there, honeydew, and I'm letting some sunflowers come up that came up from last year. So yeah, there you go. And then I got some pollinators growing. I put some marigolds around here, and I got some cosmos I'm gonna put in here, and sunflowers to bring in the bees. And so over here, a sneak peek. Boop. Oh, that is a video that I'm going to be doing next. Keep in touch on that. And it's going to be um, how to keep your cucumber seedlings from stressing out during those hot days. You want a cucumber plant to be established, but before you expose it to the elements completely. But that's another video. So this video is steps on how to get a big tomato plant. And so this is Earthman from Organic Soil signing out. Hope God blesses you and your plants this day. And yeah, this is a great video to watch and learn. I think I'm going to watch it and learn something from it again. It's good stuff. All right.